So I ain't gonna lie, I've never really been like a big fan of SNL, but the SNL 50 was big, and I seen a couple big moments that were talked about a lot.
Yeah.
The Jeopardy I saw. Shout out to Leslie Jones. That's my girl.
Oh yeah, she killed it, and she was hosting. I think it was the E-carpet. She got to do that as people were going into the SNL party after. Yeah, she was everywhere this weekend. But everybody popped out. Like, I mean, some of the biggest celebrities in the world have been a part of the SNL umbrella. So of course the moments were big this weekend as they celebrated SNL turning 50. Now, one of the highlights for me, anytime you get to see Eddie Murphy back on stage or back on screen. So they did this skit with Eddie Murphy, and they kind of leaned into the Nutty Professor. Him and Keenan, they did a scared straight skit. Let's listen to that.
Oh, yeah, look at them pretty brown eyes. They gonna love you in prison, Ariano Paquino. Now, why'd you shoplift, huh?
I was just trying to impress my girlfriend. She thick as hell.
You think I never tried to impress a woman? You know, once I was a 400-pound professor, huh? And I fell in love with Jade Pinkett.
But he was ashamed of his weight, so he drank a serum that turned him into Buddy Love.
Then you go to a dinner at the club's house and you realize that everybody at the table is the same person. Because this is real.
Yo, okay, that's almost certainly the Nutty Professor.
You better shut your damn mouth, because in prison, you'll be professing your love of nuts, all right?
Professor Club was ahead of his time because that serum ain't nothing but Ozempic now. And Manjaro and all that other stuff.
Things like that, like SNL skits, they make me miss the Wayans.
Oh, Living Color. Yep, 100%.
Because they'd had them doing the writing and had them doing, shout out to everybody, Keenan and Eddie and Will Ferrell and all. They my people, but the Wayans, like, they supposed to be doing stuff like this.
You saying the Wayans are just better than SNL? That's what you're saying?
Absolutely.
There's a lot more soul to it. It's different. Hit different with them for sure.
Living Color and Chappelle Show.
Absolutely. Jim Carrey. I needed all of them.
Now, SNL back in the day, though, when it was like the Will Ferrells and the Tina Feys and Eddie. And,
all of them were there, by the way.
Yeah, back in the day, it was
when they could
hilarious.
get a little crazy.
Yes.
So they had this one skit where they kind of threw back to that. It was like an in memorandum, however you say that word. And it basically was like them throwing back to the times where like they had like very sketchy moments or guests that now it just doesn't age well. But it wasn't controversial at the time, but now it is.
Now controversial.
100%. So let's
like
take
these skits couldn't have been dropped today.
Or just the guests wouldn't have been allowed to come on today. SNL problematic skits. Let's take a listen to that.
I'm speaking, of course, about SNL characters and sketches that have aged horribly. We now present to you this in memoriam.
Why don't you drop out of that green jumpsuit and show me that fat ass?
It looks like this is my lucky day. I'll take the rapists for 200. That's therapists.
They got guys dancing with guys, girls dancing with girls, guys who look like girls dancing with girls.
For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
Fuck daddy. Don't judge a book by its cover. My man is like R. Kelly.
Thank you to R. Kelly.
I'm Jared Fogle from Subway.
R. Kelly's attorney did come out and speak on this SNL, like the fact that they mentioned him, and she said that it was rather arrogant that SNL sees it as their job to decide who should and should not be canceled. But at this point, I mean, I haven't heard R. Kelly's name in a while.
One thing you gonna know
is what an attorney
somebody attorney says.
You know I'm on it.
I'm like, how the hell you know?
Every point, every
time.
time.
You can't hear
Like
from
a
R. Kelly at this
website
point
for attorney talk or something.
Normally it's TMZ.com, NBC, MSNBC, The Breakfast Club.
I never even seen R. Kelly on SNL. I don't remember that.
I think it's them leaning into just saying, like, Diddy was talking about R. Kelly. So it's the fact.
R. Kelly was on the show. He was on there with Lady
that.
Gaga. Because when I saw that story, I saw it there, but I never saw him on there.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just saying that the attorney upset, but honestly, I haven't heard his name in a while, so I wouldn't be upset if I was her. At least somebody's mentioned him somewhere.
I always say R. Kelly name. It's always some stuff. I mean, it's not really like report worthy, but they be some stuff coming out.
Well, this was the one thing that got people pissed off, and I thought that this was the lightest thing that happened all night. Tom Hanks played a character during the Black Jeopardy skit, a character named Doug, who's a MAGA supporter. Let's take a listen to that.
This religious character has made people laugh for years.
Oh, it is Doug.
How you doing, Darnell? Now, I heard a fellow could win some money here, and I know exactly who that is, the church lady.
Yes, that is correct, Doug.
Now, speaking of church, can I say something? If more folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
You know what? I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
no. Oh, no. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right.
Thank you, my brother. Maybe I'll start a show for you to come on, and we'll call it White Jeopardy.
No, we don't need it. We don't need it.
So they're mocking White Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. They are making MAGA supporters out to be racist. That's how the MAGA supporters feel anyway, because he wouldn't shake Keenan's hand.
And he had a MAGA hat on.
And he had a MAGA hat on, and he's like, everybody needs to go to church. The MAGA supporters was so upset at this. They like, yo, Trump is the president at this point. Y'all need to let it go. Like, whatever, however y'all feel, y'all need to let it go. I didn't think that was an issue, though.
They should be upset because it wasn't funny.
That's what I'm saying. It was so light. I watched it and forgot it even happened. And then I was like, this is what everybody's taking from this. Like, Eddie Murphy did all these skits, and this is what y'all got to say? But yeah, so that was SNL 50. The after party was crazy, too. Everybody popped out for the after party as well, too. Kim Kardashian, Leslie Jones was there as well.
What about the performances? Any performances?
Yeah, Lil Wayne performed. You had Lauryn Hill there as well. And honestly, people...
What time she going on?
she was on time.
This morning.
This morning. Damn.
She was on time, but people were actually like, I guess, not confused, but they were excited to see Lil Wayne performing and having a good time and doing well. And Reginald had to pop out and be like, get off his,
Well, how did he sound?
Let's take a listen. We got it.
Yeah. What the? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. In a row go. Hey, what the? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go.
He sound like Lil Wayne.
Sound good to me.
Yeah, he sound good to me. But people were like, oh my God, he's moving around the stage. Oh my God, he's having a good time. Oh my, like he's alert. And she's like, yo, stop playing with him. Like my dad have a good time. He performed all the time. Go play with somebody else. Like
they try to say Lil Wayne was incapacitated and then conservatorship or something?
That's how they try to make it seem after he didn't get the Super Bowl. It's like he's not capable of doing anything. Dave Chappelle introduced him into the performance as well too. So
Dave Chappelle actually had some good skits too. He did the immigrant dad skit. I thought it was funny. And it was like a Mexican and he was the black neighbor, Black Richard. That was funny too. But
I missed all of that.
How long was this show?
How long was
this show was
right?
long. This show was like 2.5 hours long.
I thought it was 2 days. Wasn't 2 days?
Well, if you watch it on Peacock straight through, it's like 2.5 hours long. I didn't watch. If it was 2 days, I didn't watch both days. I know that they did a pre-thing.
Yeah,
they did SNL. They did an after party. Skits. It was a whole weekend thing.
But
yeah, SNL 50. I think. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Wake that ass up
in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.